My name is Scott Messina. I'm the Director of Search and Design Strategy at Samsung. Specifically, I work in the care department. I think when I joined the care team, going back about 4.5 years, it was a pretty standard corporate SEO structure, which is to say that there was a vendor, and when an SEO question came up, go talk to the vendor. And I think it was even more tactical than that. It used to be, we need a title, we need a description, we need someone to SEO this. Guys, go talk to the SEO vendor and make that happen. When I took a look around and I found all the various tools, there was one core need that led to me having conversations with Conductor in the first place. And that was sort of the cause and effect element of SEO. And I think that's what I was looking for in Searchlight is find a deficiency, make a change, sit back and wait, see that it worked. And I wanted to see that end-to-end process happening, not just conceptually, but with some hard data. And I think that's what Searchlight helps us do is for this given query where we think we really need to be winning, let's make a piece of content, let's push it live, wait, and then start ranking for it. That whole end-to-end process is what's going to get people interested and actually believe we mean what we say. We've been leaning in really hard to Google featured snippets, or in Searchlight parlance, answer boxes. And I think this just came about something like 5 months ago when we saw Google Chrome starting to treat featured snippets differently. I put a summary together and I emailed it to our entire organization. And that basically set a firestorm off of people getting really engaged and interested in featured snippets. So I think one of our other very important metrics at the moment has now become quantity of featured snippets we happen to own. And more importantly than that, if you think of it in Searchlight terms, percentage of featured snippets owned out of how many we could own. For years, virtually no one would bring it up in conversation, to say nothing of how much they felt it was core to their mission as a business. That has evolved a lot over the years. And if you want to look at something as an indication, people throughout the hierarchy of the organization look to me and have engaging conversations about SEO where they didn't even know what the letters meant some years back. So not only has it become more a part of everyone's vocabulary and executives are asking questions about it, it's actually built into some of our core strategies for 2020. And even more so, we're leaning in harder for 2021 with some really specific tactical goals. I think a big consideration when you're thinking of agencies or vendor versus in-house is, in fact, subject matter expertise. I don't think any one of our agencies could ever reach the level of acumen that someone working 40 hours a week within Samsung could reach. And I think that's sometimes something we forget is that we ask questions that are better served by people who know more, who know it more intimately. Now, that's not to say that vendors and agencies don't have a purpose in the Samsung world. They do. It's just you have to tailor what you ask of them and you have to tailor what you expect in return with that sort of subject matter expertise in mind. The way I'm trying to grow this as an SEO program is myself and my team, they're building up this level of knowledge that's not general SEO knowledge and they can go to some other company and succeed. Rather, it's that knowledge plus Samsung domain specific knowledge. And I don't know that any array of vendors or automated tools or AI is ever going to bridge that gap. You'd have to consider whether that whole concept of subject matter expertise is relevant to your world.